Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Dr. Cathy Alinovi joining us here today, the owner of Healthy PAWSibilities. Yes, it's a natural pet wellness center. She's helping so many people all over the world with using natural methods to help their pets and to address their health problems without medication. And she teaches us so much about nutrition and the things that we've all been doing wrong and trained from society, what we think is right, the kibble, the food over the counter, blah, blah, blah. But we love that you're back here. She is really a spunky gal. And I love speaking with you because each and every week you're just so passionate about helping animals, clearly, with what you're doing now. So healthypawsibilities.com. Welcome back. And how's your week been? Anything I need to know?
Gosh, it's a week.
Any exciting stories? Any good pet stories?
Well, I'm going to give you a story. That's what I decided. I was like, what are we going to talk about?
Sure.
And I met a new client this week, and I thought this is a really good example to give everybody. And I know it's you're half teasing me, but it's half true because it's like everything you do wrong, but it's not wrong until you learn that. Okay, here's how we can do it a whole lot better. And so it's interesting. People don't always think about natural medicine until they're in one of those situations. So I met a really nice young couple this week, probably in their 30s, and the humans are very fit, so they're eating well. And I kind of quizzed them. I was like, "Well, look at the two of you. You guys look great." And they both flexed them up. They didn't really, but,
of course, yeah.
So I know they're eating well. And then they also mentioned that they have a 2-year-old toddler to go along with their 9-year-old lab mix.
Mm-hmm.
And so, they're feeding the toddler well and everything. And they're obviously to see me for the dog and not the rest of the family. But the reason they came was for a second opinion on a horrible diagnosis. So their girl was sick. She wasn't eating. They went to the regular vet. They got a bunch of diagnostics. They got blood work. They got x-rays. They got ultrasound. They went to the oncologist, which means that there was suspicious of potential cancer. Mm-hmm. By the time they came out of the oncologist, I do everything by text.
Okay.
I have no staff. So if you want to talk to me, text me. And the husband is blowing up my phone. We got to talk. And I'm like, I'm in a point. I hear you. It's 9:00 at night. I have them come in for an appointment. Mom is in tears because they've been told from the oncologist, you've got 2 to 3 weeks left with your dog.
Oh.
And so Mom's in tears.
Absolutely.
She's already in grief, right? What am I going to do? How do I tell my 2-year-old, which we talked about that also.
Yeah.
I taught my daughter from the beginning. When I used to do Western medicine, my clinic was in my house, so my daughter saw it. And she understood when they passed on and all that. So kids can learn. But one of the questions, and so of course, we go over all the blood work, what could it be? And the parents are trying to pin me down. And the mom's like, if I do everything you say, am I going to get more time with my dog? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I said, but what I can tell you is if you do nothing, you're going to get exactly what that oncologist says. And she's like, okay. So she took a deep breath. And so what did we do? We reviewed blood work. One of the things that the blood work demonstrated, it showed a decent size infection. It also showed some changes in the liver numbers. A full blood panel has 7 numbers that look at liver. We have to look at all of them. If one number is off, it's different than multiple.
Mm-hmm.
I believe 1 or 2 numbers were off a little bit. And then this puppy, sweet dog, her name is Bentley. It's just so sweet. She had an ultrasound done, and the ultrasound showed a mass in the spleen and a mass in the liver. And what is a mass? You know, a mass is, when you look at it with an ultrasound, it looks different than the rest of the tissue around it.
Okay.
So the presumption, right? It's heartbreaking. So the presumption in this young girl is it's probably the C word, so it's probably cancer.
Yep.
And it's in multiple organs. So that makes the prognosis worse from the perspective of the emergency room and the oncologist. And all they have are statistics. You know, these are the statistics. This is what these veterinarians deal with every day. And honestly, I would think it might be just really depressing to be an emergency room vet or an oncology vet, because you see end of the line.
Yeah.
And if all you know is what we learned in vet school, then all you know are the statistics, which are pretty poor.
Yeah.
And I remember years ago, people asking me, well, how long does he have to live? Jill, I refuse to answer that question.
I mean, how do you?
Thank you. I can tell you statistics, and statistics looks at a group of 100 animals. I can't tell you, I can't put a number on will to live and the family's will to try different things. So of course I had to spend time talking to the family about that and help the mom. I think it's just her personality to display her emotions more, whereas Dad is the man. I'm sure he has the same. He's just keeping it quiet.
Got it.
And so we talked about diet change, because she was on a kibble. Interesting. In this puppy's history over the last couple of months, she had some minor changes in her liver numbers 4 or 5 months ago. So the vet put her on Denamarin and a hydrolyzed diet.
Okay. Can you just break that down for me? What does that even mean in layman's terms? I'm sorry.
You got it. Thank you. And exactly. And so, we as vets say we need to put them on a hydrolyzed diet. And as the pet owner, we go, I don't know what that is, but okay, the vet's suggesting it. So think of it this way: oatmeal.
Okay.
You have instant oatmeal, you have rolled oats, and you have steel cut oats. Mm-hmm. Instant oatmeal is hydrolyzed. It's broken down to this really fast digesting, goes into the stomach, boom, instantly dissolves, boom, instantly absorbs. Sugar bomb, goes through the body, insulin spike, crash, all that stuff. Where if you go all the way to the other end for the rolled oats, it takes a little bit more time to digest it. And the steel cut oats. The rolled oats are in the middle, little longer, steel cut longer. So that's hydrolyzed pet food is, we digested it all for you. Boom, you get a sugar bomb. Boom, you get to go into a food. And the crazy thing is, this kibble, it's still 75% carbs. And what's your number one cause of cancer? Carbs.
Well,
it feeds
sugar,
cancer.
right? Well, I thought,
sugar.
Okay.
Yes. The grainy, starchy, complex carbohydrate thing like the oatmeal or the rice or the veterinary diet, the grain-free diets take legumes and digest the heck out of those, and it's still a carbohydrate bomb. So this dog has been on this food for the last couple of months, and Mom goes, she doesn't really like it. I have to put chicken on top of it for her to even eat it. And Mom's like, beating herself up. I should have known. I was like, no, Al, I think you kind of, it's not for her fault, but in hindsight, the hindsight was not meant for her to beat herself up. But she did. She's feeling guilty. So we changed the food. We went to fresh food. My favorite thing in the whole wide world is always raw fermented goat milk. And I always spend lots of time talking about it. And, she has a 2-year-old toddler. She breastfed that child. I'm like, okay, you get it. That's raw milk. Same thing with the raw goat milk. And it's fermented, good probiotics, all that good stuff. We added Chinese herbs. We added the CBD product and mushrooms because there's good research for both of those that they can maybe hopefully help with cancer. And, you know, we did all this and we get to the end and Mom goes, are we going to buy any time? I'm like, I don't know. But if you change nothing, you're getting nothing different. Yeah. Like, okay. And then I talked to her about talk to your toddler. You know, let your toddler know that baby Bentley is not doing well. Love Bentley every day, but don't do it in a way that you're the two-legged thinks that it's his fault if Bentley dies. Mm-hmm. Right. So, because Mom's already blaming herself. We don't want to put it on the kid either.
True.
And so, a day and a half later, I get this video of Bentley out in the yard chasing a ball, jumping around. The kid's got a little gym, jumping around, doing all this stuff. A day and a half. Bentley feels better.
Yeah.
But then Mom texts me and she's like, I've just been laying around feeling really bad. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to reach through this cell phone and I'm going to slap you. And she's so sweet because I tell her I'm teasing you and she laughs and she gets it. Good sense of humor. And I'm like, okay, what did I tell you about your toddler? Well, to love on Bentley and cherish every day. I'm like, So why are you laying around moping, making Bentley go, what's the matter, Mommy? Why are you sad?
Yeah. Oh,
no. But, so now we're 7 days later. They're happier than pigs in poop because she feels good. She enjoys her food. She's energetic. Are we going to buy more time? I don't know. But we bought quality, absolutely. And these owners, I mean, they're like so many. They'll do anything they can. They just knew that the idea of cutting out the spleen on a sick dog and doing chemotherapy and maybe radiation and all these things was not going to make Bentley feel better. Maybe by a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Some of these cancers, you buy a week or two, maybe. Sometimes I've seen the chemo do nothing. Sometimes it buys 6 months, but you know what? Natural methods, we can do 6 months anyway, depending on the type of cancer. So I thought that was a really good story to share. And hopefully in a couple of weeks, I'll be able to give you more updates on Bentley. But she's had a great week.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I love your honesty. I love how you're helping. And, it's like God has a plan for all of us or animals or whatever, and we try our best. And you with your skills and expertise give that person that extra peace of mind, that extra possibility, that extra choice to try something. It is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's so funny how I came up with the name. I thought for years because I graduated vet school. It was back in the day of, big feedlots and everything. I was in Indiana. I was a food animal vet. I was the only one in my class who tracked food animal. And a couple of years later, the economy crashed. All my farmers sold their herds. And I went, oh, well, I've been working on their dogs and cats. I didn't know that could actually be fun. Only vaccines. It wasn't. And so it's very funny how life takes us down these paths, isn't it? You talk about a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very funny. But then I was like, okay, well, I need to change my business name from Hoofstock, which was a fun word for livestock, but with hooves.
Hoofstock, I love it.
I thought for 5 years. And then I don't know, I got punny. Somebody told me something punny and I went, PAWSibilities. Yeah. So it works pretty well.
Oh, well, I think it's beautiful. Thank you. Remind us how we can contact you, by the way.
HealthyPawSibilities.com, and it's possibilities with a paw and a whole lot of I's. I didn't realize how many I's were in that word until I've typed it about 100,000 times.
I love it. But it's okay. We got you. We can reach out to you, and you have 2 locations. But most of this is on Zoom, and the way you're talking to your clients, or via text, right? Yeah.
Right. Just like you and I are now. Right. I have a monthly membership. And so that's the people who text me all the time. Maybe we did a phone consult and they just want to know. I'm always in their back pocket. And gosh, some people have been in my membership just for years. And I get questions from, is it time to start heartworm preventative, to are the ingredients in this treat acceptable, to, look at the ear. And so here's what do we do and what's going on and why, and bottom line, and all kinds of good stuff.
Well, thank you for being here and for helping so many animals and their families. Love speaking with you. Great story about Bentley. Yeah, definitely keep me updated on that. What else did you have in mind for us today? I'm sure a lot.
It's getting cold up north in the land of the north where most of you live.
Oh, it was 80 degrees yesterday in New York. We had like a little bit of a heat thing going on, and today is warm as well. And then we're finally going to go back down, be a little colder.
You're going back down. Well, I had to laugh because I did a phone consult with somebody in Manhattan yesterday, and he was in shirt sleeves, sleeveless, like I am. And I was thinking, well, you're in Manhattan, and you must be having a little heat wave, but what's your overnight low temperature forecast?
It's like 50. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So those temperature changes, they're lovely. We love the day. We love the sunshine. It's chilly in the morning. Something interesting I learned when I was a food animal veterinary student is that when there are temperature changes of like 25 to 30 degrees Fahrenheit in a day, lots of species get respiratory infections.
Really? As I'm coughing now.
Exactly. Sheep, goats, horses, people. We get a little respiratory thing. It's like the immune system's just having a hard time making all of these changes. And it's funny because, we've talked about one of my locations is when I go run away down into the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. Well, it's even hotter in the Yucatan than Florida, but they still get those 30-degree temperature changes, and everybody has respiratory stuff going on. So, note to everybody, when you've got 25 to 30 degrees temperature differences, what would you like to do? What's a nice antiviral? You could do echinacea. Oh, we're talking animals. There's homeopathics that could be put in the water or food for any animal species. You could do echinacea as a homeopathic. Humans can take it. See, and Jill's got a little cough, and it's really common.
It's itchy. Now you're making me think of it. I'm so sorry. It's not your fault. My kids were sick last week, so I think, itchy stuff.
But it's so funny, because actually the reason that I was thinking about those temperature changes is that I've had a bunch of people ask me about heartworm prevention. Regardless of what people are doing to prevent for heartworms, that's one of the things we talk about, natural methods, chemicals, what's best, all that. I think I talked about this in one of our phone calls, is that it was a secret in vet school, the outside air temperature. So even though you have a beautiful 80-degree day, you might see a mosquito. Your overnight low temperature has dropped below the magic 58 Fahrenheit.
Okay.
It's no longer heartworm season. And I say it really slowly because you have to put 4 things together in order. So even in Florida, it's no longer heartworm season. Hurricane Milton came through and he cleared all the heat and all the humidity. And our overnight lows are now down into the 50s. Not every day. But if anywhere in the last 30 days, the overnight low is down below 60, it's no longer heartworm season, even Florida. It's crazy. crazy. So how about less poisons? And of course, the drug companies who don't sponsor my show because I'm telling people don't spend money. Those drug companies are having conniptions and trying to figure out how to convince pet owners, no, you need to give it on the first of the month every month because we make more money. I mean, we protect your animal. Right. And, you know, as vets, if we sell a certain threshold, we get a certain reward. And we sell it to another threshold and we get another reward. It's the whole pharmaceutical industry. It's the same thing as human doctors. It's all the same. The pet food thing is the same. We sell the food, we make a little bit of profit, but if we sell to a certain level, we get presents. We get little picnic kids. We might, if we sell a whole lot, we get a cruise.
Yep.
All of those good things. So it's good motivational marketing on everybody's level. How about that?
We all like perks, let's be honest. We do. But sometimes you got to, you should be thinking of, yes, exactly.
Right. So are you ready to be quizzed on your cat food? I gave you a couple of weeks off.
Go.
No. All right. So what are you feeding now?
I'm the eggs. The only thing they're eating different is eggs, and I'm letting the other cat drink the milk. I honestly haven't cooked chicken in weeks. They did get into the McDonald's chicken nuggets that I fed my kids, but then that's a whole nother issue. You're going to say, you're feeding your kids McDonald's? Yes, guilty. But yeah, they love, I make the eggs in the morning, mostly every morning, if not cereal, so it's milk. So one loves the milk, and I give him a little milk, and he screams, loves it, and then I give them the eggs, because I'm making hard-boiled eggs every day, or sometimes I do scramble, and they'll all eat a little bit of that. But I'm still using the bag that I still have of the crappy Iams, or Eams, however you pronounce it, which you told me I shouldn't be feeding them, but I have this giant bag, so I feel like I need to keep eating it. And more. But I need to cook chicken. I have not bought or cooked chicken, which would be another option. Oh, rotisserie chicken I've tried at Costco, but it's not on a daily basis, but I a little bit, and like you mentioned, when and if I have kittens again, God willing, they're healthy and they survive, introduce it earlier. So that's
absolutely
something I want our people to realize. You taught me that as well.
And see, it's a compromise.
Yeah.
I live in the ideal world, or I push ideal world, and then I have people say, yeah, but I'm like, okay, you're living in the real world.
Yeah.
You've got real food added in. Sorry for the construction noise in the background.
It's okay.
You've got real food added in. You've already improved the quality of their food. You can buy canned chicken. They come in the mega packs at Costco. You can get canned chicken.
Yeah.
Canned tuna, sardine. Yeah. And you're right. We could tease you for the chicken nuggets from McDonald's,
I knew
but it's better quality than the kibble.
Look, and then we had Chick-fil-A last night too. No offense, my kids don't even like that type of chicken. So we did try it again last night, and I had some with my salad. But again, that's a fast food chain. But is Chick-fil-A really better? I don't know.
I don't know. It's better than kibble.
Okay.
So we've moved up a step. So I won't harp at you about human nutrition.
Thank you.
For a different interview with a different professional.
Thank you.
That's too funny. You can tell that person, oh, I ate a salad.
Yeah.
Totally. and I drank plain water.
Love you. Love you, love you, love you.
It's too funny. Absolutely. So I think that's actually what I have for today. I know you and I could sit and try to fill another few, but what the heck?
I
just wanted to share Bentley's story. I think a lot of pet owners can relate to it.
Yep.
It's never too late. Earlier is better.
Of course, but it's never too late. You could start like me.
I know.
Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Well, let's see. What, as far as what would you say to someone out there who, we all love our pets, right? Mm-hmm. And veterinarians are great. There's a place for them. But to kind of rethink, maybe there's more in this holistic thing than we think, like humans. There's so many holistic healers and different modalities now. So I want people to reach out and try this as well. not telling you to leave your vet.
Check out the website.
Thank you.
I have a ton of blogs. I have a free report about how you might be overpaying your vet and over-vaccinating your pet. I cannot say that fast. But I have a ton of blogs. And actually, I'm going to say it out loud. Next month, I am going to start a monthly free lunch, like an open house thing for my members, where basically I'll be here live on Zoom for an hour, and anybody who's part of the membership can call in. And I think my marketing manager said that I should make it free for everybody. So come check out my website and my Facebook page, because we will be posting that information. Scary.
Got it.
But I just want to help more animals,
I love it. Thank you so much. Dr. Cathy, how do we reach out to you, darling? One more time.
HealthyPawSibilities.com. I suppose it could be a kitty paw in there.
Thank you so much. You have a fantastic day. Love speaking with you, and we'll be in touch, I guess, next week, right?
Okay.
Thank you so much. Update on Bentley. Thank you. Best of luck to you, your family, your daughter, the family, the animal family, too. We'll talk soon. Bye, sweetie. Bye.
Thank you.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.